China, where rise in U.S. interest rate is creating uncertainties for Chinese exporters. It has occasioned a rise in the prices of raw materials, and local exporters are feeling the heat. There is more in this report.
The market has been expecting a hike in U.S. interest rates for some time, and that has eased the recent rise in the value of the renminbi, which is the official currency of the People's Republic of China. That was good news for the textile exporter Zheng Dayan, as the appreciation of the renminbi since the first half of last year has eaten up at least 3% of his profits.
There is a time gap between the conclusion of our deals and the actual currency settlement, at least 4 months, sometimes as long as a year. And if the yuan appreciates during that period, it has a large impact. Sometimes we raise our prices, but that reduces the competitiveness of our products.
And it's not just the renminbi's appreciation that is affecting his businesses. Rising raw material prices together with surging shipping costs have all brought new challenges for his export orders. Zheng's team saw a year-on-year growth of more than 20% in export orders from 2020 to the first half of 2021. But things started to change in the second half of last year, when his orders saw a 10% decline from their peak.
If inflation continues to be a problem, our overseas clients could wind up having lower import demands. In the second half of 2021, we had already felt some fall in their demand, as some factories in Southeast Asia resumed production, and some orders went back to them. And with the appreciation of the renminbi and the hike in shipping costs and overall production costs, our clients may have been reconsidering who they wanted to buy from.
One impact of the federal government's move to raise interest rates could well be a reduction in commodity prices, because it will tend to ease inflation. That should bring some relief to the exporters.
The Fed is likely to aggressively raise the interest rate in the next 9 months, a move to ease the inflation in its best effort. So the current inflation in the U.S. was mainly driven by the rising commodity prices as well as the supply chain disruptions. So the monetary policy has always have a very limited impact to solve the problem in the supply side. So in order to ease the inflation, the Fed has to lower the demands. So by doing that, the U.S. economic growth might start to slow down, especially in the second half of the year, which might bring some pressures to the Chinese export companies.
And exporters have been making every effort to prepare for all these uncertainties.
We have already set up factories in Cambodia, Ethiopia, Bangladesh. So in the long run, the advantage of the stability of Chinese supply chain will continue to strongly support its exporting business.
Jin Wei says his company has already adopted advanced foreign exchange purchasing to lock in its future exchange rates, and has increased its import business to reduce the impact of export problems. Last year, China's foreign trade moved up another notch, and for the first time exceeded $6 trillion, with exports and imports both rising more than 21%.